Hi, this is Deepak. I'll show you the simple factory design pattern on the real use case in daily office. We'll used in project to display message basically. Okay, I'll simply take an interface that is ILogger. That is the interface. That is the abstract method log. It will string message. It will print the message here. Okay, whatever the interface, basically it is like a parent. Whatever the child, yeah, subclasses are there, it will inherit the log method. Here uh, here I'll take debug logger, error logger, or info logger. Basically it will info logger. Okay, that is implement the ILogger. So all the log method will inherit in that, and it will print the message, whatever the individual message. Debug logger will print debug message, error logger will print error message, and the info logger will print info message. Basically, suppose think I am the client, I need to log a debug message. I don't know how to build a logger. I To whom I will order? I will go to the basically factory and ask the debug type. The factory gives me a generate ILogger. ILogger means that interface. It can handle both uh, error logger, info logger, as well as debug logger. Okay, I take that logger and tell to the log print message. Basically, that is the most important thing is here. The client, how it will used by client, or how it will used by the logger factory. We know that interface cannot create the object. So if we want to create the object, we will go for the implementation class. Implementation class will create the object. But in factory method, no need to require all those types of things. Basically, factory it will I'll go to the logger factory. Check that one. That is the create logger. That is the method. It will create the logger. Okay, we'll pass here the log label. I'll take log label as an enum type, so that it will handle debug, info, and error. I'll show you log label, debug, info, and error here. Okay, for logger factory I will take the switch interface. I will take return type as interface here, or switch. I will pass the type log label, that is debug, info, and error. In debug it will create the return the new debug logger, new object. Internally it will create, and default it will return null. The main important thing is that when client send the request, suppose we don't know whatever client will send. When client send a debug logger, it will create the debug logger. When client send the info logger, it will create the info logger. When client send the error logger, it will create the error. I'll show you that one as well. Log factory will be there, logger factory will be there. That is the static class. No need to create the instantiate it through new keyword and create the object. It will create the object logger factory dot create logger, log level dot debug. Log level already I mentioned, it is enum type, already mentioned that one. Or return type is the ILogger as an interface. Okay. Here individually object creation occurred through logger factory. For debug that one, info that one, for error that one. Okay. Lastly, through reference we'll print the message. We'll print the message through log method. Debug logger dot log, it will debug message. Info logger dot log info message. Error logger dot log error message. I'll show you the diagram basically. That is the IntelliJ I am using. That is the best idea I ever used. It will give you the explanation as well. If you have some problem in some part, that is the mermaid flow chart. I'll show you. Here create debug logger, create info logger, create error logger. Okay, it will individually create all those logger. Log level dot logger factory dot create logger. I already told you before. Here as well, like that. Here error. Log debug message, log info. It will print basically debug message, info message, error message. That is the whole idea of simple factory design pattern. Every day we will use it in our project, but it is so confusing for most of them. I already mentioned that one. Thank you.